Welcome to Bronc Country. I'm Jonah Goldberg. UTPA women's basketball head coach Larry Tidwell challenged his team last week after a skid put their hopes of the program's first winning season in 31 years at the brink. He challenged them to win out and make some history, to say the least. The Broncs responded. Playing host to second-place Bakersfield on Thursday, the only team to knock off regular season champion Idaho this year. Early on, game tied at 2, not anymore, and never again. Brittany Bush hits the layup, Broncs up 4-2, and they're not only going to lead the rest of the way, they're going to leave no doubt. 4 minutes later, Shawntae Goff buries the triple, Broncs up 18-6. The Roadrunners climb to within 7 at the 9-minute mark, but Tanisha Walker having none of that. Connects from 3 not once, but twice. Broncs up 15, it's 33-18. The Roadrunners pulled within single figures once more early in the second half, but Goff responds with a 3 to make it 49-37. The Broncs led by as many as 23 points in this game. Broncs win 84-62. The 22-point win ties for the Broncs' largest in WAC play this season. More importantly, the win gives the Broncs the tiebreaker advantage over New Mexico State and Kansas City, as they were both swept by the Roadrunners. Big games for Goff and Kaylin Boyd. Goff had 4 3-pointers while scoring her 22 points. Boyd went 3 for 15 from the line for her season-high 21 points, while grabbing 7 boards to go with 5 assists and 4 steals.
Well, I thought that we played some Bronc basketball that we needed to play the entire year. It's the kind of game I thought we could be doing all year. We had some people hit some free shots. We were good from the line. I mean, we attacked the rim. We hit some big shots. We shot 47% for the game. Just a lot of positive things.
Final home game of the season 48 hours later against Utah Valley. The Broncs honored senior Laquita Garner before the game. The game was tight for about 23 minutes, with neither team leading by more than a possession, but Shawntae Goff hit this jumper, and then a layup. Broncs up 4, it's 29-25. Less than 3 minutes later, Broncs down 1, not anymore. Goff buries the 3, 34-32 Broncs. After a Goff free throw, it's Raquel Preston's turn. The layup puts the Broncs up 5, and then, after a timeout, it's more of the same. Jasmine Thompson with not 1, but 2 layups to put the Broncs up 9. And then after a pair of Goff free throws, we're back to Preston. 14-0 run puts the Broncs up 45-32. The Broncs go on to win 55-46. With the win, the Broncs clinched at least a top 4 seed in the WAC tournament. They also tied the program record for wins with 14 and the program record in conference wins with 8. Goff led the way again, this time with 16 points, while earning WAC Player of the Week honors. How about Preston? Career-high 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting, career-high 8 rebounds, and 2 steals to boot.
Today I thought it was a good effort. We all played as a team, and overall we played good defense.
It was all about defense. Our kids played defense from the very starting jump tip to the end of the game when we were fighting for everything. It was about defense. I had some kids really perform. Raquel Press and Rock really played well, and she really brought us a lot of energy. Shawntae Goff played extremely well. J.T. Thompson. I had a bunch of people step up on the perimeter. Tanisha Walker, a lot of big shots. Great defense. Tiandria Nolan. We just had a great overall effort. KK Boyd was in foul trouble, but came back in the second half and gave me some great minutes.
The WAC standings becoming a bit more clear entering the final weekend of play. Idaho and Bakersfield are locked into the top 2 seeds, while Utah Valley and Chicago State are locked in at the bottom. If Seattle loses both of their games and the Broncs beat Grand Canyon on Saturday, then the Broncs have the number 3 seed. Otherwise, they're number 4. Either way, the Broncs will face one of New Mexico State and Kansas City in the WAC quarterfinals next week.
Well, we got a final game at Grand Canyon State. It's an important game for us. 1, it moves us up in the positioning for the conference tournament, but 2, it would give us win number 15, and that's the most they've ever had in the history of the program in 31 years. That's what we're after.
Saturday was a big game for the Broncs in terms of program history and the WAC standings, but it was also the final home game for Broncs senior Laquita Garner. Myra Gomez has more. As for UTPA men's basketball, they started off the weekend with a 63-61 come-from-behind win at Bakersfield. The Bronx held the Roadrunners without a basket over the final 4 minutes while erasing a 4-point deficit. Shaq Hines hit a three with 18 seconds left to complete the comeback. Hines led the way with 18 points on 7 of 12 shooting. The number that really stands out comes from Shaq Boga, though. 7 steals in the game. Not only is that a career high, but it's the 4th highest single game total in program history.
Really got off to a great start and carried it through most of the first half, and then let it slip away from us in the second half, actually due to some poor play, and then bounced back with a great shot by Shaq Hines to win the game for us. So it was, I thought, a deserved win, a hard-fought win, and an undermanned win with Javon being out with injury.
48 hours later, the Bronx went to Utah Valley, where, despite an incredible defensive effort, the Bronx fell 45-42. The Bronx held the Wolverines to 26% shooting, the lowest mark by an opponent in more than 5 years. The 45 points allowed are the fewest in over 4 years. Boga led the way with 14 points. Hines also in double figures with 10.
Fortunately, one of the good things that came out of that was, that defensive effort was not just them shooting the ball poorly. We contested nearly every shot. We really played well. We changed up defenses, confused them a little, and they took a lot of difficult shots. The thing that hurt a little bit was with their misses, they got a few offensive rebounds that gave them a chance to be successful. But unfortunately, on the other end, I felt we were self-inflicted also, though. We got some really good looks by some very good shooters and didn't take advantage of them. Utah Valley guards us by just packing up the lane and making you make a couple jump shots. And, we're undermanned without Javon and just didn't hit anything that really, that was a game that I really felt we could have won if we'd took care of our business.
Still much to be decided in the WAC standings, as the Bronx are one of 4 teams with 5 wins, and seeds 4 through 8 are all within a game of each other entering the final weekend. The Bronx close out the season on Saturday at 7 p.m. against Grand Canyon at the UTPA Fieldhouse.
Well, Grand Canyon has a transfer from Texas A&M and another kid. They're a very offensively talented team. We were fortunate over there to play well offensively ourselves, and the game was a 90-86 game or something like that. It was an up and down affair, but hopefully we can defend a little better here. But they're a tough challenge for us. Their front line 6'9", 6'8", very talented group, and then Garrity is having an all-conference year at the guard spot. So be a challenge for us, but again, every night is, and hopefully we can come in and play well.
Spring break is next week. It's not too late to make your plans to go to Las Vegas. After all, that's where the WAC tournaments are this year. You can get a ticket to all 14 WAC tournament men's and women's basketball games for just $165. We even have an in on hotel rooms through corporate travel. So give us a call or visit utpabronx.com/WAC today. Hey, we've been telling you Bronx Country just got a lot bigger, haven't we? Well, viva Las Vegas! Bronx baseball on their first road trip of the season. Coming up on Bronx Country, we take you to the Diamond for all the action.